Hey, second graders. So you are starting your project now, and I know each of you has chosen one of those 10 crops that you could not live without. You can't imagine a world without that crop. And frankly, without a pollinator, you wouldn't have it. So today I'm going to show you how to do the first part of this project. So you need your piece of paper, and I chose apple. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have got to get a picture of an apple that I can draw from. So I'm going to use my phone for this because I need to be able to see you on my Chromebook, but you can use your Chromebook, you can use anything, and you want to go to your Google search bar and type in what you chose. I typed in apple, and then I pushed the images button, and I got a bunch of good apple images. Well, I found the one I can draw. I know it. All right, so here is a picture. This is a Honeycrisp apple. Ooh, that looks so good. Okay, so I want to make sure that my drawing is kind of scientific. I want it to actually look just like an apple, and so I'm going to draw from this image. So you want to take your time as you're doing this. All right, so here I go. Now, I noticed that the shape of this apple is kind of round, but it's not a perfect round. Kind of goes like this. Oh, don't go to sleep on me. And then it's gonna come around kind of like this. Okay, now this apple, about right here is where it looks like where the stem's gonna come out. And it comes out kind of like that. Okay. And then this apple, so they got this line here because you can kind of see how there's this little dip right here. Okay, then what I think I'm gonna do is, gosh, I gotta show all these bright colors. I'm gonna need, look at the colors in my picture. Can you see those? I'm gonna need like some red and some yellow and some green. This is not the time to rush to try to get this done. This is, you really wanna pay close attention to detail here. Now I've got quite a few crayons over here, and I think I'm going to be able to get the different shades of red in here. I noticed that my picture of my apple, it has some red. It's like got some really bright red, like right around in here. But then it's so interesting because it starts to change right about here. You start to get like this yellowy green color. It's got some different colors to it here. And then the red, it looks like almost the red kind of comes through some of this yellow green in some places even. Now actually, and then I'm going to go back over it here because the idea is I'm trying to make this look as realistic as possible. I want it to look like what an apple would really look like. I want it to be nice and big too on my paper. I want it to take about that much space up because when I'm giving my presentation on my video, I want to make sure that my audience will be able to see clearly what I'm talking about. It'll help hold their attention, and it'll help them really think about what I'm saying and listen. So now I'm going to try to color in, this is the stem part right here. And then how I'm going to show, it's so bright. That's how it looks like in this image. It's like this brighter color in here, and that actually kind of is what shows the indentation. So I'm going to kind of go in here a little bit like this. Then I'm going to come back again with my red. And get kind of that edge there. So this is a really important part of what I'm doing today, is noticing the details in this apple picture. Ooh, it is starting to look real. So you really want to notice the details in your picture, and you really want to try to create your own picture that really looks just like what you're talking about. I'm going to pause right here on my drawing because now I want to show you about the writing part. So now, for my first, my opener, I want to talk about, where is my first page? I want to say that apples are important to me. That's what I'm going to try to convince my reader. Apples are important to me. And I think that would be a great first sentence. I think whatever you chose would be, you could say it's important to me, or apples mean a lot to me. Apples, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna say apples are important to me. So I'm gonna write that down here now. Apples are important. Okay. Important. Apples are important to me. Period. Now this is a sentence. I capitalized it, put my period. Apples are important to me. I think I need to give a reason, because I can see right now somebody in my audience would say, well, why? Apples are important to me. Well, I do. Everybody who knows me knows I eat one every single day for my snack in the afternoon. I think I'll say something about that. I eat them every single day. That's even better than every day. I eat them every single day. Now, I was going to put a period here as the end of my sentence, but then I thought, you know what? I want to say that with some expression. So I'm going to say, I eat them every single day. So I'm going to use an exclamation point, I think, there for that sentence. Okay, apples are important to me. I eat them every single day. I think what I should do now, I need a little description. I think let's get our audience, our listeners, going. Oh yeah, they are like that. Apples are. Let's see. What does an apple take? When I take an apple, I take a bite of it, and it's crunchy. I can almost hear when my teeth hit into that apple. Crunch. Apples are crunchy, and then they're also juicy. Apples are. I like them because they're crunchy and juicy. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that as my sentence. I like them because they are crunchy and juicy. Okay. Now, the picture that I drew, didn't I say, what was that a picture? That was, I think it was called a gala apple. I love gala apples. Now, I also love Fuji apple. I love so many different kinds of apples, but my favorite kinds are called Gala and Fuji. And I think I'm going to say that. I think that'll be my last sentence, because I have apples are important to me. I eat them every single day. I like them because they are crunchy and juicy. And I think my fourth sentence today will say, my favorite apples are called Gala and Fuji. Now, you know, it's interesting because I know I'm supposed to capitalize proper nouns, but I'm not sure. I think, let me see. I'm going to ask, do you capitalize the names of apples? Do you? The names or I guess the types of apples. Let's see what the internet says. It says, the names of fruits or vegetables. It says if it's a specific variety, you should. See, I'm glad I checked. So I almost used lowercase for those, but I'm going to capitalize. Gala, and Fuji. Okay. Now that I've got the 4 sentences, or I guess I have room for another one, but I think 4 would be good. I really want to spend some more time getting my apple to look just like a good crunchy and juicy apple. And then I want to go back, remember, and I want to read every single word and make sure what I'm saying matches the word on the page. I want to make sure my punctuation's in there, and I've started with capital letters. All right, boys and girls, this is the first part of your project. You can put a number 1 at the top, and then you will be done for today.